Hello all you Wookiee Warriors, how you guys doing? Here we are, the final two bosses of Bloodborne. So I'll be going through again for the last time what I'll be using, what buffs I may be using, and going over the boss fight a little bit before we start the boss fight. So, first off, I am going to be using my trusty saw cleaver and my Ludwig Great Blade. Holy Blade, sorry. Now, as I've stressed throughout this whole boss guide, you guys can use whatever weapon you want. Whatever weapon makes you more comfortable. Because at the end of the day, you're going to still do a bunch of damage, regardless of what weapon you're using. So if you want to use the thread cane because you're really good with it, go with that. If you want to use the beast cutter, go with it. That's all I'm saying, is go with whatever weapon you're more comfortable with. As far as my guns go, I'm going to be using the piercing rifle and the Ludwig rifle, which is actually the Ludwig rifle is my go-to. As far as buffs go, I'm going to be using electricity, because when I first fought Gehrman, I remember using electricity, and he seemed pretty susceptible to it. But I'm also going to be using fire and arcane, because if I run out of bolt, at least that's something I can add to it. So let's go over the boss's moves for a second. So, Gehrman's going to be, if you guys watched my Lady Maria fight, he has a very similar move style to Lady Maria. Although Lady Maria was more of a slap, she telegraphed her moves pretty quickly. He will have more of a downward slash attacks. Here, let me demonstrate, because actually I can demonstrate it to you right now, since I have his weapon. So he's going to start out, sadly I don't have his gun. So he does have a gun he will use, and it's almost guaranteed to stagger you. So he's going to kind of go like this a little bit. Now, when he two-hands it like this, I find that this is actually a lot easier to dodge through. Now, granted, this is not like perfect demonstration of his moveset, but it kind of gives you an idea when I'm using the weapon, what you can expect. I can't speak. Sorry. I think the time he's probably the most dangerous is probably when he has it not two-handed, when he has that gun out, because that gun is really, really staggerable to you. One shot will stagger you, and it does a lot of damage, and he will punish you for it. My first time fighting this boss, it was very intimidating, because I was like, oh my god, I can't get it, I can't get it. This fight is going to be very similar to Lady Maria's. You're just going to really want to dodge and hit, dodge and hit. But before we start this fight, it's very important. Now, to get the second boss, let me get to him. There we are. You're going to want 3 umbilical cords. I'm just going to consume all of them. So you're going to definitely want to consume all these, at least 3 umbilical cords for the last boss. Hang on. Let me double check my notes here. Yeah, so you need to consume 3 cords to get to this last boss fight. Alright, so I'm just gonna go off my notes and say I'm just gonna assume 3, and that's it. I'll leave the last one there. So you want to make sure you consume those before you start the boss fight. And I won't be editing anything out. If I make mistakes, I'm going to definitely keep those mistakes so you guys can learn from those mistakes. But number one credos for this boss fight is just make sure you're on par with your dodges. Although this is probably by far one of my favorite boss rooms, next to what was it? I think it was Casa Maria, are my other 2 favorite ones in Bloodborne. So, in order to get this boss fight, all you have to do is talk to Gehrman. He's going to ask you a question. And basically, you're just going to say no.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
So you're gonna click refuse for the boss fight. The reason why Gehrman becomes a boss because he thinks that you have become corrupted in a way. He thinks that you have succumbed to the bloodlust, and that you have gone mad with the hunt. So therefore, he will take up arms to hunt you. He kind of says it in his dialogue too.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Also, he's wearing like one of my other favorite outfits.
It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes.
Sadly, I wish we could get like his gun as a boss weapon.
Tonight, Gehrman joins the hunt.
Alright. So when he has it like this, now look how much damage he does. Be very careful. Damn, he's just not letting me dodge today. Gehrman, buddy. Let's see how much fire does to him. You can parry him too. Gehrman, you broke one of your things! How dare you! Let's try some arcane. That's a very risky risk and reward attack, because so on this stage you really want to be careful. Although I find on this stage he's very punishable because he doesn't really move around a lot. And there you go, final boss. Well, almost. No, when I get to this boss, I'm probably gonna let her kill me because one, that's gonna be saved for the second part of this these videos. But I like to be able to talk about Gehrman. Now, if you don't consume the 3 ability cards, what's gonna end up happening? That's not gonna happen. It's like, oh, you're one of the old ones. How dare you trick me? I will kill you. And because I really don't give a shit about my echoes right now. Although this one's actually a pretty easy boss. If you can handle Gehrman, you can handle the Moon Presence. He's really not that bad. To me, it's like fighting a dragon. The only reason I'm letting it kill me because I really I want to talk about the boss fight for you guys. The nice thing is if you kill Gehrman, you don't have to worry about fighting him a second time, which is really nice. That allows me to replenish my stock of stuff. Alright. So, let's talk about Gehrman. So, Gehrman. As you saw, he is a bit of a issue because he doesn't have tissues. Just kidding. Yeah, as you saw, there was times like I almost died because the windows for dodging on him is semi tricky. That's why I like it when like Maria, to me she's a lot easier than Gehrman is because her moves are very highly telegraphed. And when she makes her weapons blood, you can see where she's gonna attack in the air. It's so easy. Gehrman, he's a little bit wonky. I find it like when he gets to the final stage, he is so much easier because he doesn't stagger. He just kind of walks around because it's like basically he has iron flesh on. But doesn't mean take it easy. Don't breathe a sigh of relief just yet until he's actually been beaten. Keep on hitting that button. I don't mean to. I was just saying if I can show you guys the moon presence. I think it's still sitting. It's actually sitting there, waiting for you. Yep, you can see it right there. So you don't have to worry about Gehrman once you finish. So I did do a little bit of testing. It seems like he was a little bit more susceptible to fire and arcane, but as you saw, it's not like you're not going to do damage if you use bolt. He I'll just edit that part out. So as you saw, he was weaker to bolt and fire, or fire and arcane, but bolt, you know, like I've said, I think a couple of videos, it's not like you're not going to do damage, but use whatever weapon you saw. Like I didn't even use my Ludwig Holy Blade on this one. It's just his moveset is a little wonky. And I remember that you could parry him. I'm not really good at parries. So if you manage to get a parry, you can do a visceral attack. You're guaranteed to do a lot of damage. Aside from that, I think I covered all the bases here. The next video we'll be going up against the Moon Presence, which I find is like a relatively a joke of a boss. I mean, don't get me wrong, it will hurt if you get hit, but it is so easy to exploit a certain area, and I'll show you guys what it is. I mean, if you guys play Dark Souls and you guys fight dragons and stuff like that, you know you just want to stick to the backside, and that's pretty much the strat for this one, is you just kind of stick to its backside. It doesn't really hurt, because it doesn't really hit you from the back as far as I remember, but they might have changed it. We'll have to see. I hope this video was able to help you guys out. I hope this video was able to help you defeat Gehrman and get, if you guys are aiming for those platinum trophy or the other ending. I hope you guys are all having a Wookiee'Tastic day, and I'll see you all on our next adventure. Till next time, see ya!